People who were the forgotten sibling, did it ever come back to bite your parents? My parents spent 18 years bragging about my perfect older brother, while treating me like I was invisible. Growing up, everything revolved around Jacob. He was valedictorian homecoming king, and got a full scholarship to Northwestern. I was just the other one who got good grades and played varsity soccer, but never got noticed. At family dinners, Dad would go on and on about Jacob's latest triumphs, while I Saturday quietly pushing peas around my plate. Jacob made Dean's List again, or Jacob got into that prestigious internship in DC. If anyone dared ask about me, it was always, oh, Lilith's doing fine, before circling right back to Jacob. When I graduated high school with a 3.8 GPA and got into 3 solid colleges, Dad just smiled and said, "That's nice, sweetheart, but did you hear Jacob got accepted to Northwestern Law?" That was the moment I stopped trying to compete for their attention. I chose my own path, studied computer science, worked part-time jobs, graduated debt-free from state school, while Jacob racked up 6 figures in student loans chasing one dream after another. Jacob became a lawyer, just like Dad had always dreamed, but he could never manage money. He'd call Mom sobbing about credit card bills, and they'd wire him thousands without blinking. Meanwhile, I was quietly building my own life, working in tech, buying my first home at 26, with money I'd saved working internships and freelance gigs. For 20 years, this pattern continued. Jacob got into trouble, Mom and Dad bailed him out, I built a 6-figure consulting career, got married, and had kids, but every family conversation somehow led back to Jacob. His potential, his struggles, his next big thing. Last Christmas, Dad spent all of dinner praising Jacob's latest startup. Meanwhile, I just closed a contract that doubled my company's revenue. Nobody asked about my work. 3 months ago, my phone rang at 2 a.m. Mom was crying so hard I could barely understand her. "Lilith, we need your help. Jacob, he took everything." "What do you mean?" "Your father gave him access to our retirement account, just $50,000 to help with the business, but he drained it. $400,000, everything. It's all gone." I Saturday upright in bed, cold dread in my stomach. "Where is he?" "We don't know," she whispered. "His phone's disconnected, his apartment's empty. There was no business. He lied. It was all fake." The next morning, Dad called. The same man who spent my childhood telling me Jacob was the successful one now needed my help. "Lilith," he said, voice trembling. "I know we haven't always. I mean, you've always been the steady one. We didn't see it before, but we need your guidance." "Have you called the police?" "We can't," he said. "He's our son, but we're going to lose the house. We don't know what to do." So I stepped in, spent the next week sorting through their accounts, talking to lawyers, organizing files they hadn't touched in years. I found creditors they hadn't even realized they owed, set up payment plans, talked to the bank, stopped the bleeding. Dad kept apologizing. "I should have seen it," he kept saying. "You've always been the dependable one." Mom broke down one night while we were reviewing their budget. "We thought you didn't need us like Jacob did," she said. "You were always so strong. He was always so fragile." "I needed you to be proud of me," I said just once. She cried harder. "I'm sorry, Lilith. We were proud. We just never said it." I got them out of crisis mode. They won't have the retirement they planned for, but they'll keep their home. I helped Dad find part-time consulting work, adjusted their insurance, built a workable plan. 6 months later, Jacob was spotted in Las Vegas, gambling with what was left of their money. He'd burned through nearly all of it at the casinos. When the debts came due, he vanished. I never got an apology from Jacob, but I don't need one anymore. I built a life without their approval, and now they finally see me.